This was an artist that quote unquote called somebody out for using AI art and then they were actually wrong and the other person deleted their account. But this one's kind of nuts. Yeah, trigger warning for life ending. It started with this tweet and I grabbed this screenshot because the original tweet is down, but this person took an artist's work, which is a fan piece of Mitsuri from Demon Slayer, and they highlighted a whole bunch of aspects of their art and called it AI art. They were circling things like the shadow, writing what the F, highlighting the shadow on the leg, highlighting the shadow on the floor, being like weak, highlighting the ankle, writing broken, no ribs, the arm is too long, redrawing the hand, indicating some elements of the collar look weird, and they just wrote, can't unsee it. Look, there has been a huge rise of AI art, yes, and that has in turn made a lot of people skeptical of other artists' work, being like, oh, is this person using AI? Is this person not using AI? Can we recognize that there are cases where AI art is used? There's also a lot of cases where it is just an artist. It's part of their art style or it's just an art mistake and the mistake matches the skill level of the artist, right? I'm not necessarily calling these mistakes, except maybe this hip thing being actually potentially an anatomical mistake. But I feel like if you're an artist, you could take a look at this and recognize this piece is human made. Like to me, this does not look like AI art whatsoever. And also, again, when it comes to making AI art accusations, right? Like largely, let's look at, as in the artist as a whole, their past art pieces to put everything together. If it's just present in one art piece, it could be AI. It also largely could be artist error or the part of their art style. But to me, this does not give AI at all. And then the accounts. And by the way, again, don't send hate to anybody involved. This person has already been dragged through the mud on Twitter. It's pretty nuts. But they then wrote, I was wrong. I am so sorry. I took the post down. It got community noted. Reading additional context, this user made a big mistake confusing a real artist with AI. This ended with the artist being bullied and closing their account. And then Zentry wrote, misled by the closed comments and the dark account. Now I want to know what happened. I hate how violently critical all the botted art has made me. And here's what some people have to say. If you're not sure, then ask multiple people and just don't throw shit in there. And Foxy writes, I'm sorry to say this and I hope you take this as a learning experience, but this is the consequence of your own actions. Instead of being led by your emotions, you should have taken a step back and do research and ask yourself, quote, what will happen if I chose to do this? What will happen if I don't do this, end quote. Every choice you make has a consequence, so you have to look at which one is less harmful to not only you, but to anyone else. You chose to harm somebody and a good person will never harm someone like that. People telling themselves they're a good person are not good people at all, as it is a coping mechanism. And Nightmare says, way to bully somebody off a platform they could have used for work or visibility with assumptions. And here's the person who provided the screenshot, who goes by Madame Savvy on Twitter, writes, this piece of shit accused an actual artist of using AI simply because the effort did not know who they were and it was, quote, too good, end quote, but also, quote, not at all, end quote. This loser who feels the need to police art led to that person deleting their account. Who are you sorry to, you scumbag? You aren't sorry at all. You revel in your shitty little cancel culture and you, along with people like you, love to harass artists. This happened for far too long. Artists who draw the wrong thing, the wrong ship, and now they get to accuse them of AI art. You're an absolute waste of effing space, and so is every other person who harasses somebody over art. It's one thing to not like something, it's another to harass somebody on and off a platform and make them delete their work. And then this is a post made by Sleepy Panda 666, writing, congrats on helping chase an artist off the platform because of your own insecurities. And this was a tweet from the artist, and their account is deleted. This was on January 10th, and they wrote, I will delete my account today. Thank you. And here's another screenshot provided by Kid K Cool, writing, he did as little research as they did double standards much. And then this was a screenshot which reads, yup, here you go. The time I screenshotted is at the top of the screenshot, but you'll notice that Zentry's tweet was minutes after the artist announced they were done with drawing Mitsuri. They're still gonna draw, this was just a dedicated account. And it reads, this is the translation. Over the past 3 years, I have finished drawing everything I have in mind about Kanjuri Mitsuri. It was a great honor to have so many people come and see it. Please forgive me for having kept silent up until now. I hope to meet you all again as an artist. This account will be deleted at 7 p.m. And this was from, again, that 9SP account. Potentially, the deletion was not due to the person falsely calling them out for AI art. This is just very interesting because this account just keeps playing into it. They keep tweeting about it. So this is the account. Zentry writing, PSA, I falsely mistook a very real artist's last post before they shut down their account as AI, and was a very hurtful person for it. The account has been blacked out, comments were off, and I evidently live under a rock. I deleted the post because I was wrong. The art was cute. I was an idiot, and I will keep my mouth shut from matters like these. I'm a fool, and I'm sorry for failing you all in this one. Honestly, I am okay with being made an example of for this one. It is well deserved. And they made this graphic reading, I did not shut the account down. I checked for old art, not well enough, obviously. It was empty, still a shitty move though, with irreparable damage, because what goes on the internet stays on the internet. I should still definitely go end myself though, with a big no over that. And then they just keep making like graphics about it. So then they write, I don't know, man, I can take a lot. In a fight, in a bed, no, I just actively hate on myself. Ha 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 ha. They added a character sheet of themselves and then drew in the clown face. Then they have this other tweet writing, but this is probably the final serious note I'm gonna leave on the matter. Anything after this is just gonna be me milking it, because I will never end myself. You'll never take away my whimsy. Also, yeah, in case you didn't get it, that first image is totally clickbait. And then they made this tweet. It is fun. It has to be. I mean, why else would people be commenting stuff like KYS? And it's a picture of, I guess, them with a fishing rod with a worm. Writing, also, while I appreciate the sentiment, some of you guys really don't need to spend 3 hours tonight defending me. Proper response is probably disapproval at the sin I've committed, not gonna lie. I've got this, go draw or play rivals or something. And then they had this other post writing, guys, please, I'm not ending myself. There is literally a giant no over it. It's just a reflection of the comments and DMs telling me to end my journey and die of AIDS. Media literacy is dead, folks. And then they made this final thread with another graphic. I incorrectly accused an artist of using AI with a terrible draw over of their Mitsuri art. The account closed shortly after. Not directly because of me, the account already announced they were closing. When I went to make the post, I saw an empty page apart from the Mitsuri tweet with comments disabled and assumed it was a bot account. Regardless, the way I approached it was reckless and potentially hurtful. I am in the wrong. I made a terrible call out. I should never have made a draw over like that, especially over such a sweet, carefree sketch. I swear it was supposed to be a study. The flow of movement and the way they did fingers and the colors caught my eye. Don't be like me. I'm so sorry. I know it doesn't matter, but I'm so sorry. Drawing over art is a cardinal sin of art anywhere. I felt fine critiquing an AI. Human mistakes are fine and can be improved. Machines have no excuse though. It's just error, ... Do better or get a human to fix it. But it was human art. I deleted the post at about 1K impressions, at least 2 comments that I was wrong. Fingers crossed nobody sees my stupid fumble. I mostly post for my oomsies anyhow. No, wait, I made a tweet, nothing. That, yes, sorry, I was wrong. Tweet deleted, crisis averted. Never doing a dumb call out ever again. Somebody had taken a screenshot and it's going viral. I'm so sorry, God, I'm an idiot. Never again. There's more Mitsuri on Danbaru and they're all genuinely delightful. Then they made another graphic of, I guess, Mitsuri whipping them with more, I'm not even gonna read it anymore, but I mean, you can look at this graphic for yourself in the same style with like an overload of text as their other graphics stating, you know, the accusation was already bad, the draw over was what went too far, and apologizing to the artist. Yeah, this is actually just like a fever dream. And then they made another post in the same graphic format, writing, I am not leaving, deleting the post didn't work. I really don't think deactivating would either. I'm definitely revoking my rights to all AI callouts, edits though. I will not be ending myself, sorry to disappoint. Really don't care, suck my balls. I do not want pity or defense here. My actions were truly irresponsible, but damn, these DMs are something. I feel like there's a line between you are horrible for doing this and I hope you are ashamed and a wall of KOIS and gods, is that an AIDS R-word threat, triple combo threat? And shout out to the guy who asked me to fist a blender and also the lesbian that sent me KYS kisses. I am sorry. I promise to be far more thoughtful. This account will no longer ever see anything close to that dumb shit I just pulled. I'm still gonna call out personal attacks though. You leave my cats out of this. Like, that is kind of insane. They completely did something wrong with that call out, recognizing you're wrong and then making an apology tweet. But like, at this point, you're just kind of milking it, you know? You don't even seem sorry anymore. Again, don't send hate to this person or anybody involved, right? That's not what we're out here for. But I just wanted to show you this because not only was the call out kind of crazy because they were wrong, but the response is insane. By the way, this person is apparently 23. They are only a year younger than me. I'm 24 right now. And yeah, they had the craziest, like, unhinged response on Twitter. Yeah, they're not a kid. That's wild. I've never seen a response like this to like a mistake on Twitter. It's crazy. Yeah, it definitely would be an apology if it wasn't for like the 5 other graphics they followed it up with. I definitely would think they're a kid if it wasn't for the fact they had their age in their bio. But again, I feel really bad for that call out for that Mitsuri artist that was false, but it sounded like they had intentionally planned to shut down that account regardless. So it didn't seem to have an impact on their account because they were planning to shut it down regardless. I get the point of AI detectors, but it doesn't necessarily work in theory because AI is trained off of human art. So therefore, if you put in like Sam does art into an AI detector, it might flag as AI. You know what I mean? Because it's actually like a human artist.